We are in Nintendo, guys! And we are going to eat with these views.
Oh, it's like a proper diner. Welcome back to another video.
Last month, we went to Universal Studios in Japan, and we can say it was an amazing time, but we came out with some thoughts. And those thoughts are the ones that we are going to share with you today.
Today we'll be sharing with you 8 mistakes that we made that if we were to go back to the park, we would absolutely avoid them.
Let's start with one that probably a lot of people are interested in when they're visiting USJ. Let's start like that. Instead of saying all the time Universal Studios Japan, it's too long. Nintendo. So to go to the Nintendo World in Japan, you've got many options, but what did we do?
We did nothing basically. We decided not to pay for the admission ticket because if you want and really want to go to the Nintendo World, you need to buy a specific timed entry ticket.
And that's additional to the USJ ticket.
Which means you're gonna spend more money. And we, being cheap, we said, no, we're just gonna play our luck. We heard that there was something like a lottery. You could go on the day and try your best to get a ticket on the day.
But it's pretty impossible, and as you may guess, we didn't get the lottery ticket.
It was probably 1 in a million chance to get 2 entry tickets.
So if you want to definitely see a Nintendo ticket, as Carol mentioned, it will be slightly expensive, but it's worth it. Also, it used to be the only Nintendo World in the world, but now it's not. There's one new park called Epic Universe that also has a Nintendo World, but we won't get into that.
The next point is how to get the best value for money when you're going to USJ. And that will mean where you're gonna buy your tickets, because there are so many places you can buy tickets, even in the official USJ website. But what we would recommend is that you look at booking platforms because they tend to have like some deals that go along with the ticket.
And it feels like a hack, but it's something accessible to anyone. So for example, we bought not only the ticket, but that ticket came with extra perks that then we use along our time in Osaka. But with trip.com, you can book your ticket with the original one, the Nintendo add-on, maybe in the Express Pass.
Express Pass, exactly.
But we'll be getting into that if it's worth getting it or not, because we've got a lot of opinions.
We have a lot to say about this topic.
Definitely trip.com is a place that we would recommend, and to make it easier for you, we've left a link in the description.
But regardless of where you book your ticket, the season is gonna matter so much. We thought we were like massive life hack going on a weekday, and then we got there, the park was so busy, and that's because we were going in March, which is probably the peakest season in Japan because it's school holiday. It's also Sakura season.
So what season do you recommend?
I recommend shoulder season. So if you're going in between Sakura season and autumn, that's the best time to have like less queues.
So that's the months off?
So that would be the months between April and September, and then from October until kind of like January time.
So essentially the less busy months. But within the season, you can get even cheaper prices. So Universal Studios Japan, on their website, they've got a calendar, which you'll be seeing on the screen right now. And this calendar ranks the days. A, B, C, or D. Realistically, if you want a cheaper price, buy your ticket on A or B day, because that's the most affordable days.
If this is your first time going to a theme park like this, then you're not gonna know it, like Max didn't know, but you need to arrive really early if you wanna get into the park without queuing for like an hour.
So the park opens at 9 a.m?
It depends on the days, each day is different.
The day that we went opened at 9 a.m. and the queues were immense. I never thought that people went so early to queue up. So realistically, you want to be going, if it opens at 9 a.m, maybe even at 6 a.m.
I think people do start going. I saw it on social media, like people will start queuing at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, but it should be fine. Like the park is not gonna open until 9. So as long as you get your spot in the front-ish, you'll be fine.
And arriving early does have some perks, which we'll touch on slightly later. But for us, I mean, it didn't impact that much, but it was very obvious that we got in, and as soon as we wanted to wait for a ride, it was already
a queue. Already half an hour queue. We just got there.
So the $1 million question, should you buy an express pass, or is it not worth the price? In our opinion,
yes,
it's definitely worth the price, because
you have to buy an express pass.
We spent about what, 8 hours maybe in the park?
10 hours.
10 hours in the park. We only got on 4 rides, and one of them was like a theater, cinema kind of thing. And Express Pass, it would save your life, but also if you're going to the theme park, you might as well do all the rides, you might as well enjoy your time there.
We got the Express Pass for free.
For one ride.
So we felt like so exclusive. There was no one there. We were going through the Harry Potter castle like, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's the one that we used it for the Harry Potter. Oh, also, we have done a video in Universal Studios Japan. So if you want to see, we do record a bit of some rides. We don't record it all because it will spoil your experience. Everything that we are mentioning today, the link is in the description.
But when you are buying your Express Pass, you need to be very careful and make sure you do a bit of research before what rides you want to go. Because there is a list on the Express Pass that tells you what rides you can use it on. So you need to make sure that the ride that you want to go on is there on that list.
But to be honest, I think overall you just get it.
Just get it. Just get it and have fun. You're literally going to the park to go to the ride, so don't waste time queuing for 3 hours.
Yeah, I even say that if you get the Express Pass, you will most likely get on all the rides, which is an achievement itself.
With the next one, you're either that type of person or you're not. Like Max would never do it. But basically, USJ has an app that you can use whilst you're in the park, and it tracks like your location in real time. And it also tells you the waiting times of rides in real time. And like me, I'm a king bee. So before, like 2 days before, I already downloaded. I was putting the rides on saved.
I mean, it's quite cool because it's basically like a Google Maps, and you can tap so that all the rides have icons, and then you can tap on it, you can see the time, you can even give it a like. We used to give it a like to make sure that we knew what rides we went on, but to be fair, it was
I can count how many we went right here.
It was even full, but also it's not only for rides. I think you've got also food.
Food, toilets, like anything you need to find in the park, you can find on the map, which is super helpful.
Yeah, and it's not a 2D map, it's interactive. So, you know, you can see the worlds realistically from like a above perspective. So, like us, we didn't get the chance to go to Nintendo World, but we saw it through the map a bit.
Stop talking about it.
It is quite painful. We saw it from a distance, and that tiny bit that we saw was incredible.
Amazing.
It felt like an actual video game.
But if you are gonna use the app, please bring a portable charger, because that app drained my phone battery like there was no tomorrow. At one point I looked and I was like, oh my God, I'm on 20%. How is this possible?
Yeah.
But it's still worth it, don't get me wrong.
Apart from long queues, only getting on 4 rides, it also rained on the same day that we went. So it's like a grey dark bubble in one day.
You make it sound like the day sucked.
And the thing is that we weren't expecting the rain because it looked like a lovely day, and we didn't take our ponchos. Later in that day, it started raining, but raining massively.
We were soaked.
Yeah, the wind was extremely cold.
We literally left because it was raining so much. But the park was gonna close in like 2 hours maybe, so.
So if you want to avoid this, take ponchos. So ponchos, if you don't know what they are, it's like a bin bag that you can put over you with a hoodie, and it gets you covered. It's quite light and it fits perfectly in your backpack. But if you don't take it, you can buy it in the park. I think it may be around...
It was 500 yen from a little vending machine.
Yeah, like maybe £2-3, which is very cheap to be in a theme park. Definitely take yours and avoid your
You're gay.
and avoid your day getting ruined.
But even if it's not gonna rain, take it anyway, because if you wanna go on like the rides that you get wet, it matters, because you don't want to be walking around soaking wet. I forgot
there's one ride. The first ride that we got on is one of those boats that goes onto a river, and then massive tsunami.
It was amazing. It was my favorite ride. I can't lie, I love those rides.
There's not many to choose on. I want to clarify that although we may be talking about mistakes, USJ was an incredible day. Like, we are not talking trash about it. If you go, we highly recommend in fact that you go, because hopefully you also get to have an amazing time, especially after this amazing 8 mistakes that we did.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's not a trashy video on them, it's just how can you improve your experience based on our experience.
If you remember, one of the first mistakes we talked about was not arriving early, and that combines really well with the mistake that we're gonna go through next. Picture this, you enter the park
The first one, not enter the park.
The
first one.
person to go through the gate. The park is completely empty. And what do you do next?
You are running slow motion. Where are we running to?
Well, what we ran to was just a random ride because we had no idea which rides to go to. But what you need to do is to go to like the top 3 rides first thing.
At least one of them, because
the queue will build up so quickly that you won't even believe it. As soon as you come out of one ride, you're gonna see the next ride and it's like, oh, there's 90-minute queue. But the park just opened. How is there a 90-minute queue?
And the thing is that they put it as minutes, but 90 minutes sounds like not much. It's 1 hour and a half. At one point, one of the top 3 rides was on, what was it, 170?
God,
170, 190 minutes, which is nearly 3 hours. 3 hour wait on a park.
It's a gentle way to say it's a 3 hour
That's
wait.
half of my night of sleep. What are the 3 top rides?
This is not like our 3 top rides. This is what everybody says.
Yeah, we searched it on Google and this is what came up.
And they are Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, The Flying Dinosaur, and Hollywood Dream.
Luckily, we went on the Harry Potter one, no?
Yes, we did. I wouldn't put that on the top one, but we will get into that slightly later. I would not put that in the top one. But surprisingly, the other 2 happen to be really cool, fast roller coasters. Of course, they're in the top ones.
Guess what happened? We didn't go on them.
Yeah, there's actually the last one we tried to go to was the Flying Dinosaur, and you basically go upside down, which is super cool. But that's the one that had an almost 3 hour wait in the rain and in the cold. So we were
queuing up on that one, and that's when we said, yeah, we can't wait anymore. We're not going to survive. Imagine just in the rain on the Flying Dinosaur, all the rain hits in your face, all the cold wind hits in your face.
You're really selling it for me.
Unbearable.
But obviously, this won't matter if you got the express pass. If you got the express pass, you're gonna be like, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Yeah, if you get the express pass, you're not gonna be running, you're gonna be walking, looking back, cleaning your shoulders.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
Everybody's gonna look at you with so much hatred. You just have to accept that.
You're going to be like a boss.
And if you're thinking that, oh, okay, there's 90-minute wait, I'm just gonna wait until maybe after lunch, like, don't. It doesn't work like that. The queue will pretty much stay at the top for the whole day.
We've left this mistake to the end because I don't think it's really a mistake. It's more our opinion on 2 specific rides.
And personal preference.
Yeah, exactly.
That way.
So our mistake may be your glory, maybe that you absolutely love these 2 rides, but we're going to speak about the Despicable Minions, which is actually on one of the top lists on the internet that we found. And for us, it's completely the opposite. We'll get into that now. And also the Harry Potter one. We did get on this one. Well, we got on both. And we have mixed opinions about the Harry Potter.
About both. But the Minion one was a huge disappointment.
The background story is we waited on the queue for about
2 hours and a half.
Yeah, maybe between 2 and 3 hours, let's say. We thought it was going to be like a roller coaster.
Indoor roller coaster.
And the thing is that you don't really get much information about the rides unless they are outdoors and you can see them. The Despicable Minion ones is indoors. We got in, we get in a group, and we said, okay, let's go. We are in a room, and then we go onto the ride.
And it was like a cinema room. The chair moved a little bit.
So the ride itself, it doesn't move anywhere, so you are still. The only thing that moves is your seat. So you have a cinema screen in front of you, like a very good cinema screen, let's be honest. And then imagine the Minion is going downwards, so your chair is gonna go forward like this, but you're not moving anywhere.
It gives you that impression that you're moving, so it's like an immersive experience. And they do warn you beforehand in the sign saying, not suitable for people with motion sickness. But you don't understand how unsuitable it is until you actually go on it. So if you see that not suitable for people with motion sickness, probably don't go on it. Because
take it seriously.
I was so sick, I almost like passed out. I was shaking, I was cold. It was the worst experience of my life, going on the Minion ride and the Harry Potter.
And once we finished the Minion ride, one of the kids that was in our group said, what did he say?
Said, it was just a screen, Daddy.
He was so disappointed. I think the Harry Potter one is a level up, especially if you really like Harry Potter. We're not going to describe the ride itself because it will be spoiling it for you. It was basically like that same seat, but it was actually, it was moving throughout like a circuit.
And you would see like cool things, Harry Potter themed, which that was my favorite part. The rest, I just was like this. I don't even know what happened.
The movement was crazy. Up, down, back, forward, downwards. Carol, after that, she was about to throw up, about to pass out. She looked
shaking.
pale.
I was like this.
She looked pale and she was genuinely shaking, yeah.
I'm still affected by it to this day. Like, it affected my internal balance so much that I still have everyday bad memories.
Me, that I don't really have any sort of motion sickness. I felt a bit dizzy afterwards.
Once again, this is just our personal opinion. I have read reviews and people absolutely love this ride. So you obviously have to go and test them out for yourself and see what you think.
And if you've been to it or you are about to go to it, make sure you let us know in the comments. Do you agree with us? Are we absolutely absurd with what we are saying and they are actually the best ones in the park? Yeah, let us know in the comments.
I know we did say 8 mistakes, but we just kind of thought of one. So here's a bonus mistake you should avoid when you go.
Lucky if you are staying until the end.
Woo!
I mean, if you are staying until the end, also drop a like and subscribe, please.
Food. We wanted to bring our own food. We went shopping the day before, super excited, got some snacks. And then when we got there and they were checking our backpacks, they were like, no, inside bag, something like that.
Don't bring it out your bag.
Yeah, they said don't bring it out. So it was a bit confusing, like, can we eat it but from the bag? So we decided just to leave it in the bag, not to avoid...
In case we got kicked out or something.
Yeah, but the food in the park itself is actually a good price. We thought being in a theme park, like going to Disneyland, prices are crazy. But there, the food was affordable.
It was reasonable. It was above the average price of Japan, but it was still reasonable for a theme park. Do we expect to eat a bit of like fast food, such as hot dogs, burgers, pizzas? I'm not sure. I imagine they have vegetable or vegetarian options. We can't confirm nor deny.
No, we can't. I actually did see like some vegan restaurant, vegetarian. They put it out on the window. So it's very clear that you can get those options there as well.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit a like, subscribe.
And as always, stop waiting and
start living!